Greetings, Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. Welcome to your Tarot Video Scope for October 2020 by amalightworker. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please make sure that you turn on the notification bell. And if you like to have a personal reading with me, please understand that these are general readings. And if you like to have a personal reading, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. And visit my website www.amalightworker.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I have already uploaded a whole new reading for your sign and for other signs, and it is available for download and purchase through vimeo.com. The link for that, for those of you who are interested, is posted down here below in the show more description box. You can always join the membership program. Basically, you're going to click on the join button right here next to the subscribe. That's going to take you to the membership space when you get to choose a tier of your liking. These are in the membership space. You're going to have access to additional new readings for each month of the zodiac, mid-month update per zodiac sign, healing monthly and clearing monthly services that are not going to be available anywhere else in the internet. And now please allow me to introduce to you my new service, Spiritual Nutrition. I am a nutritionist, and I'm combining my training as a nutritionist with my spiritual gift to read the Akashic Records, thus creating spiritual nutrition. It is being introduced to you at a special discounted price as a first-time service, 90 minutes for $175, or as a bundle of 4 for $400 plus a bonus session. And this offer is available to you for the month of October. Again, you can always email me if you like to know more about spiritual nutrition. Thank you for allowing me to say that here. And now let's focus on your reading, Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. The general feeling that I am picking up for your sign for the month of October has to deal with feeling a little bit more in control. You may have to deal with a lot of emotional situations. You may be overreacting, or you could be worried, and the situation may not be as bad as you make it in your mind. There's going to be important communication, important revelations. In some ways, you are going to be divinely guided to shift your life according to your higher self. Now I'm going to break this down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up for you in this reading, this is the Page of Wands. If the Page of Wands represents a person, usually it represents an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And it is showing up in this reading for you because you may have to deal with them, with this Page of Wands. It also represents a career move, spiritual or philosophical message, a person full of energy and ready to seek out new places to satisfy his or her curiosity. Sometimes it also means the center of attention to a leader. It represents travel, passion, and to me personally, this is also the card of someone who is self-employed. This card may also represent you, Virgo, if you happen to have your rising sign or your moon sign in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. As I'm tuning in into my spiritual team, they're letting me know that for some of you, it feels that many of your skills are going to come forward. You are going to truly save a project. It could be something in regards to your work. You may show up as the person with a lot of solutions, a lot of ideas. You may show up to be a very good team leader or leading a project, or at least trying to help a person around you. Communication is going to be important, but at the same time, understand that Mercury could be going retrograde, I believe. I don't know the exact dates. And for some of you, you are going to notice that communications are going to intensify. A lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of going back and forth with information, giving news, receiving news. But you may also have to give yourself a little bit more time to absorb the information, to understand what that information means, because you may be acting a little bit too soon based on that information unless you understand that information properly. For some of you, I have a sense that between now and December may be the right time frame for you to start on focusing on maybe creating a side business. If you already are self-employed and if you already have your own business, it feels like a lot will be happening to kind of shift and transform your business into something better, into something more solid, and maybe even to expand your business or to slightly make your business go in a different direction. The scenario is going to be different for different Virgos, but I have a sense that where you could be going with this business idea, with this business venture, with a business that you have or a business that you are thinking of having is going to be very satisfactory. It's going to feel like it's meant to be. You may have to deal with some information here that it's going to be necessary for you to know. But the timing when you are going to receive this information is going to feel like divine timing and is going to resolve for you some piece of a puzzle. That's the sense that I get for you. For other Virgos, I have a sense that you're going to feel a little bit more in charge. You're going to feel a little bit more independent. You are also going to give yourself a break from everything. Maybe you want to go away for a couple of days, but it feels like give yourself a chance to have mini breaks, even daily, okay, here and there, because that's what's going to help you to rebuild that energy and to start and to continue to work, because work may be very intense sometimes. Okay, so in your daily life, in your daily work, try to take a little bit more mini breaks. For some of you, I have a sense that there is some romance involved here. You may be feeling like you could be making a connection. I get a sense that for some of you, it is about a social setting, okay, where you are going to feel that or you may be hearing that somebody is asking questions about you, or you could be the one being interested in someone else that you're going to meet in that social setting. And that may be happening by surprise for you. The next card that you have is the Nine of Swords. To me, it means sadness, grief, physical pain, mental anguish, no sleep, worry. But it also means that in your mind you are exaggerating the situation because it's not as bad as you make it in your mind. I have a sense that for some of you it is about matters of trust, matters of faith. How many of your it feels like based on that new information that you're going to get, that in some ways is going to be the last piece of puzzle that maybe was missing. Now you're going to put a lot of other things in your life in perspective. For some of you, it's going to be about you overanalyzing a little bit a relationship that you have with a friend, overanalyzing a romantic relationship that you have. You may be a little bit worried about a child. You may be worried about miscommunication, a little fight. You may be worried about, I also get the sense that some of you could be a little bit worried about money. But I also have a sense that before you know it, if you are worried about a child, you are going to receive some good news about a child, maybe about a pregnancy, a child, childbirth, or about a child that you have. You may have a little bit of a tendency to have headaches. For some of you, you may find yourself staying very late at night. It could be because you may be texting back and forth. You could be talking to someone very late at night. You may have to overwork sometimes and having to finish something overnight, but I also have a sense that some of you Virgos are going to study something new. You may be trying to complete some course of study, because for some of you the reason why you may be a little bit worried and maybe even staying overnight could be due to studying. You could be involved in courses, training. Some of you are going to focus in mastering a skill or mastering a talent even farther. You may have a tendency to feel a little bit disappointed from yourself, from other people, from the situation. For some of you, the disappointment that you may be experiencing may be a little bit more of a disappointment from your faith, from religion, from a spiritual message. But I also have a sense that your dreams are going to be very much highlighted. For some of you, you may be having a little bit of nightmares or dreams that are not so uncomfortable. So again, don't take everything at face value. Whatever the misunderstanding is, whatever the struggle may be for you, again, the message is it's not going to be as bad as you make it in your mind. If you find that an area of your life is being redirected to a new direction, understand that your higher self is aligning with your divine purpose to shift that area of your life to where it needs to be, okay, for the benefit of your higher self. The next card that you have is Queen of Wands. So again, it's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You may have to deal with this Queen of Swords, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Again, it may be representing you if you happen to have your moon sign or your rising sign in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. To me, it represents a journey, a trip, a career movement. Someone who is gentle and loves children, may be overly sensitive at times, someone who gets things done and is lovable. And because this is a general reading, I'm going to say that this Queen of Swords represents a female or a man. So the gender is here, it's not important. Someone may be summoning you in some ways. It could be this Queen of Wands who may be summoning you. Maybe they're going to need some help or advice. For other ones, this could be a superior that you may have. They may be summoning you to have an important meeting with you or an important discussion. For other ones, this Queen of Wands, I have a sense that he or she may be summoning you. You may be receiving like a note, a request, a notification from courts, from a state department, from a government. It could be about even about important deadlines. Maybe you need to do something of importance before a due date. Some of you are going to feel that you are under the spotlight. If you already are in a relationship or married, you could notice a little bit that maybe the romance is up. For other ones, you're going to feel that this Queen of Wands could be someone in connection to a big event. Could be a big gala, could be an engagement party, could be a wedding. Some sort of a invitation will be extended to you. And it feels like when this invitation gets extended to you, is going to be like the cherry on top. Maybe this is the culmination that you were hoping for to get at, or the culmination, or how you imagine the situation to end. For some of you, they're telling me that congratulations are in order. You're going to receive accolades of a job well done. Between now and December, please excuse the noise outside. Between now and December, so between October and December, a lot of you Virgos are going to reach an important success that has to deal with your job, with your career, or with the business that you own. You are truly going to reach an important milestone. Try to keep all roads of communication now open. You may be dealing with people who are a little bit difficult, but it also the advice is for you to keep all roads of communication open. Something that you are going to create now could be a website, could be a job idea. Something that you are creating now could be a relationship, is going to come back to reward you in big ways toward December of this year and January of next year. Pay attention to your stomach, because for some of you, your stomach may be a little bit sensitive. And I also have a sense that for some of you, you may be focusing on eliminating something from your diet. Maybe you're going to eliminate caffeine, and for some of you, okay, that may be your struggle here, keeping you irritating you or keeping you up late at night. For other ones, maybe it's going to be you're going to clean your diet from sugar or from junk food. Some of you may try to quit smoking. It does feel like you may be dealing with situations that are very rare, or I also have a sense that you are going to feel the need to connect to someone from your past. Maybe you're going to feel the need to connect to friends from your past, people from your past, memories of the past, places of your childhood. You are also going to discover that you are very good at something. Could be a talent, could be with your work, but I also have a sense that for those of you who may find yourself returning to some sort of an old situation, an old job, an old profession, you are also going to do that with, or you're going to do it in a new way. So I have this good combination for some of you when you are going to find a way to combine the traditional with something new, the old way of doing something with the new way. Some of you, I have a sense that you may be working on a website. You may also help someone else with their website, but I get important things here that have to deal with a website. The next card that you have is from a different deck, and this is the Synchronicity card. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here so that you can read it. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. This is a card that speaks about the present time. Notice the tiniest little things, repetitive signs, synchronistic events. There are no coincidences. Why? A memory popped up in your mind, why you ran into a certain person. Notice the timing of everything. Notice the coincidences. If you want to reinforce this blessed energy around you, okay, if you want to work with it, that's the only thing that you have to do. Notice the similarities, notice the coincidences, notice the signs, particularly repetitive signs. But you may also want to take a look at your past, okay? You may also find in your past coincidences. You running into a person who turned out to be very important. I am also getting through this card. It is a card of love, getting along with people, romance, because my spiritual team is drawing my attention right here. There's a couple of dolphins. So for some of you, this is going to speak volumes in terms of falling in love. Maybe you're going to meet someone new. If you already have someone in your life, it could be that maybe a little bit of romance was lacking, and your partner may try to romance you in some ways. You could be the one trying to bring a little bit more romance, but it also feels like these romantic moments are not planned for, are not forceful. The best kind of romance is the kind of romance that happens. That just happens. You are just in that moment. Be more in the moment. Very spontaneous. And I also have a sense that many of you Virgos are going to have your own spontaneous moments. It may turn out to be a very spontaneous month for a lot of you, but maybe this is exactly what you needed. This card also speaks that your life is about to shift and to change in such a way that is going to be in accordance with your higher self. And for that to happen, it means that the energy has been transforming for a long time. Maybe you did not have an evidence in your life of that energy shifting and transforming. But in October, it's going to be very clear to you. You're going to have evidence in your life. You're going to have physical evidence of what this shift in energy, what this transformation is bringing for you. And they're telling me that for many of you, you're going to start to speak a little bit more the language of love. You're going to be surrounded by people, moments, situations that are going to touch your heart. You're going to feel more in tune with your emotions. If you need to let go of anything, this is it. It feels like for some of you, you're going to be forced to deal with a situation where in some ways you're going to have to let go of someone, something, a situation, an emotion, or even physically detoxing. That's what I'm getting through these cards. Ultimately, it feels like you are going to reach a new level of balance when you're going to be a lot more in peace with your own self, a lot more in tune with your own needs and desires. Some of you need to embrace yourself because it's going to be a very busy month, or it's going to turn out to be a very intense month for you. And the last thing that I keep hearing is all is well, all that ends well is well. So this is what counts at the end. I hope that this is making sense to you, Virgos. You can always leave me a comment down here below. I'm curious to hear from you. Contact me for a private reading, amalightworker@gmail.com, or visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. You can always go to the Vimeo videos if you'd like to know more. The link for that is down here below, or join the membership program when you are going to have access to exclusive additional readings and other services that are not available anywhere else on the internet. And if you need to know more about my new service, Spiritual Nutrition, please do contact me because it is being offered to you at this special price only for the month of October. Thank you. It is a pleasure reading for you, Virgo, and I will reconnect with you in the next video. Bye for now.